good? What's
What's
good?
going on?
Ain't nothing
Bitcoin
to
Rodney.
it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. How you feeling, bro?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. One day at a time.
This is the life, man.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
This is beautiful. Tell me exactly, like when you were young, what was one of your inspirations starting off?
Yeah, you probably won't believe it. You know, when I first started dreaming about dreams, I was dreaming about being in the Marine Corps, actually.
Oh,
Because I lived in a military base because my stepfather was in the Marine Corps.
oh, okay.
So I wanted to be a Marine. I wanted to learn discipline, all the things I've seen on TV.
Right,
But as I got older, those
right.
dreams changed.
Right,
Evidently.
Right.
And I saw this show one time on TV called The Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous.
Rich and Famous.
And I had to watch that every Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
After watching that, this is the only thing in life I wanted was
Yeah.
to make sure I was successful to be able to help others become successful.
Would you think, like in today's society, where this new generation and stuff like that, and things being a lot easier, do you think discipline is a big key to kind of making wealth, kind of being wealthy?
I believe it's one of the biggest decisions. You gotta be consistent at being persistent. And right now, things are a lot more easier now than they were before.
Right.
But even though they're easier, you still must learn discipline even more now because it's easier.
Right.
Because I mean, this generation, I'm not downing them, but some of them can't even start a lawnmower.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I've seen that.
Can't start a lawnmower. Or they may give up too quickly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or they have the microwave mentality. They want things done right away. Now, I myself don't mind having things done quickly, as long as I put it in that perspective.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So everybody know you from Bitcoin Rodney. Last year things were kind of turbulent going on with crypto, and like, what can you tell somebody in 2023 and going forward that still want to be in cryptos? Some of those are still. I'm still in crypto.
Right.
I still use Bitcoin back and forth.
Right.
So what would you tell somebody looking forward? Like, what's the outlook?
In my opinion, right now, things were very, very turbulent, but still very, very successful for those who knew how to get into the market, get out of the market, use the proper platform. I mean, people can ride the wave up and they can ride the wave down, depending on who their association is, depending on who they're trading with.
Right.
A person who knows how to really trade well, which is large firms, or people who study the market every day, can ride that wave up and write it down.
Right.
Sometimes just stay stable until the market is best for them.
Right.
Start doing what they want to do.
Right.
I mean, I still love crypto. I still pay for a lot of my stuff in crypto.
Yeah.
And if you notice, crypto took a dive, but that's not really what you call a what's that?
Flatline.
Flatline, no.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Right.
Based on rumor, innuendo, and what's happening in the market.
Right.
If it stayed all the way up all the time, something would be wrong.
I mean, that's how the market works, because right now it's an even keel. It's been even keel since last year. Really hadn't went up, really hadn't went down. It's just kind of been
right now between 27, 30,000 coins right now, which is still better than it was over 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it's still a lot of institutions are buying it. Secretly, a lot of institutions.
Oh yeah. So what happens? A lot of these major institutions are scaring the average Joe and Joanne to get rid of their extra crypto, and then they're picking it up at a cheaper price.
Exactly.
And but a lot of things right now are taking crypto. There's a lot of restaurants that take crypto, a lot of clubs that take crypto.
Right.
Gucci takes crypto.
Right.
Balenciaga takes crypto.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've even purchased all my clothes with crypto at those places.
Okay.
So it's definitely it's more known now than it was before.
Right.
No one really believed in crypto until they've seen it on their Cash App.
That's true.
Then they thought, it must be real.
Right.
But by that time, it was too late.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So crypto has its ups right now for sure.
Exactly. Tell us a little bit about the Miami, entrepreneur scene. Like, if somebody wants to come to Miami, they want to start a business or anything like that, what ideas would you give them?
What I did, because I actually still live in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I come down here quite often too, because I run a lot of my businesses out of this area.
Okay.
As well as Washington, D.C., as well as Dubai as well.
Right.
But I picked Dubai because, I picked Miami because there's a lot of money flourishing here in Miami.
Oh.
You got the entrepreneur scene. Like, what I did was I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy a yacht, because all I see is yachts going up and down the river, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, man, let me get me a nice yacht and see if I can get into business like everyone else, just now starting. Even though people say, no, it's flush with business, you're not gonna be able to get in here. I've been able to get in here and get my yacht out there marketing-wise at least 3 to 4 times a week. So I was able to do that. And then I was able to purchase, real estate. I was able to buy a restaurant. I was able to really get a lot of my entrepreneurs game stuff, pushing forward out of Miami.
Got you. So let me ask you.
It's all about the connections.
Yeah,
using your network.
I was just about to get to that.
Yeah.
How much of your network is your net worth?
All of
we
it.
hear that all the time.
All of it.
All of it.
I mean, sometimes I'll sit down and go through my phone
Mm-hmm.
and say, this person does this, they do this. This guy, he's over here, this girl's over there.
Right.
And I would call them and say, hey, we thinking about this, we thinking about that. And I would use my entire network to make big things happen.
Wow.
Because somebody else knows somebody else.
Wow. So let's say you move to a new city, you don't know anybody, you want to hit the ground running. How does somebody get into the circle, or how do you mingle with the crowd?
Well, that's a good thing. Before I came down here, I would visit here a lot. And I would visit some of the most proficient influencers. They were already here. The promoters.
Gotcha.
The promoters knew a bunch of who's who and who's what. And I would talk to them. I would throw parties and throw functions, and I would have them invite everybody of the who's and who to my function, to my house, or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
And then I also would send out messages via email. Through what I would do is I would get together a actual targeted list using Google of the who's who in Miami and get their emails and email them.
Okay, that's dope. So last but not least, give me one defining message that you can give to the new entrepreneur that's trying to get started and just, life is tough, you get beat down, you go up, you come back down, you're like, is this life for me? Give me something encouraging that can let them know that if you keep going, things will happen.
Well, this is what I was taught. I was taught that the God of success is always watching you. Those things are put in your way for a reason.
Right.
Because if you don't go through those struggles, you can't handle the highs.
Right.
You can't handle the lows, you definitely can't handle the highs.
Right.
In life, it's not always going to be ABC, 1, 2, 3, that easy to do. I mean, I make it look easy because I do it all the time.
Right.
A lot of times I go through so many struggles and no one ever knows it.
Exactly.
I just keep dealing with it, dealing with it, and then I make it happen.
Right.
When there's a will, there's a way. Don't give up. Educate yourself. Surround yourself with the most important people. If you're hanging around 9 people who are very, very wealthy, you'll be the 10th.
Exactly.
Your association is everything.
Exactly.
Reading the best books on success.
Right.
Audio books. Going to a lot of masterminds of individuals who are doing the same thing that you want to do.
Right.
Get yourself around those who have the same type of goals you got.
Okay. Man, I appreciate your time, man.
For sure.
This was wonderful, man. The place is beautiful. I mean, this is that Miami life, man. I love it.
I love it too, man. Being in the jacuzzi, late evenings, hot, warm, overlooking the city. The skyline here is incredible. And every time I'm out here, like late at night, looking over the skyline, you know what I say?
What?
It's well worth it. But let me tell you this, though. This is not the goal.
Right.
The goal is to be like the guy who owned this building. Right now, I'm a part of his dream.
Exactly.
And this is good, but this is not it.
Exactly.
I mean, this is what you're supposed to do. This is normal.
Right.
Get to the point in life where the impossible to someone else is your normal.
Oh, that's dope. I say
Remember
that one more time. Yeah.
Somebody else's impossible is your normal.
Okay, I remember that.
Success should be normal, not something that you cannot reach.
Exactly. I remember that.